Hey guys, Vandana Kapoor again. Now talking about divine relationships, divine marriage. I run a group called Divine Marriage on Facebook, and this one's mainly to do with how we can make any relationship, especially spousal relationship, as a divine relationship, right? So, how we do that, what we do, takes a lot of work. And you would wonder why. The thing is, unfortunately, when we are in love, we're trying to find best things to show to our spouses. And then slowly down the line, we get married, we take all the vows in front of the Lord, in front of our loved ones. And then when we get married, we get responsibilities that come along with the contract of marriage. And sometimes these are great and keep you together. You have kids, another bondage. And sometimes you end up losing that spark that you had in your life when you were dating or when you were courting before. Now, how to keep that alive is another chapter, but sometimes I'm going to talk about infidelity today. Sometimes when you start taking your partner for granted, and it could be male or female, doesn't matter. When we start taking our partner for granted or we do not take care of their needs, they might find an easy way out. They might try and raise their concerns once in a while. But if the other partner is ignoring that request, firstly, I've been talking about love and respect. So make sure that you love and respect each other. Normally, I have said women really need more love than respect in their relationship, and men need more respect than love in their relationship. So either ways, making sure that both parties get love and respect in the relationship is very critical. Now, when does infidelity happen? Either in your relationship there is a vacuum, there is, because you're busy with the kids or whatever the reason might be. There could be physical desires that are not met, or needs that are not met. There could be financial, it could be emotional, it could be any. But that doesn't give any of the partners any right to do infidelity, although a lot of the partners find that as an easy escape. Now, here's another thing. If both parties want to make their relationship work and they still want to stick together, it kind of does give a wake up call. And some people are, I guess, waiting for this kind of a wake up call. But mind you, this could be the worst kind of wake up call. Nobody wants to hear something like this. And it is very hard for anyone to come and say to their partner that, look, because you are inadequate, I'm going out to meet my unfulfilled desires or needs. And since that you're finding it hard to say to your partner, and you're finding it easy to actually cheat on your partner, doesn't really make it right. Now, this will impact your relationship, this will impact your kids, this will impact your own soul. Now, each one of us are always in one place or the other still in search of divine. We are, whether we say it or not aloud, we want to know, really, is there God somewhere? God is within you, in your relationships. And the beauty is, we just don't have time to look within. We don't have the me time we need to spend with our own selves. How many of us are really working on ourselves? Self improvement, I have spoken before as well, is very critical. Are you reading enough to improve yourself personally, professionally, in a relationship? If you find that your partner is not happy or you're not happy, are you working on it? Are you trying to find a marriage counselor? Are you trying to find ways to communicate with your partner? Are you guys having a date night where you can communicate and talk? Sometimes it is hard. And some partners, unfortunately, even now, are using the harsh ways. They are treating each other with bad words, even manhandling or torture, or using all ways of troubling their spouse. There is domestic violence even now, and it's not any one sex, it's both men and women, both in many relationships are going through that. And that is why in Canada and many other, in fact even in other countries now, we can see the ratio of single parents increasing. Is it okay? It's better than living in a relationship that's become toxic, for sure. But could you have fixed it? Can you fix it? Definitely, if you both want it. And if it has reached a stage where both of you have reached a conclusion that no, we cannot make it work anymore, parting with amicable decisions is better rather than dragging each other to the court and making sure that you're throwing each other into deeper hot waters than they already are. And the partner who has the kids, now it could be wife, it could be husband, whoever has the kids, the other partner should at least try and pay for the child care. A lot of single parents I find struggling with the money because they are taking care of the kid, they're taking care of themselves, they're taking care of work, and are unable to meet all the needs. So, especially if you do have a job or business that you can afford to take care of your kid, at least do take care of the kid or kids. Whoever's got the children, at least they should be paid the child support. Spousal support also is there, and there are legal laws around it. I would recommend that we go amicably towards both these issues. They are delicate and they can be hurtful. Before anything, before you go all out doing infidelity, cheating on your partner, make sure you give it one last try where you try and work this out. And if not, before you go out, and once you've gone out, my suggestion is wherever you have now gone, and if you've tied, there was a case just recently, an Indian family, there's a couple who separated. I actually put it in the group as well. The husband came to Canada. He was a Sikh gentleman, has a daughter in India. He came to Canada and has now changed his religion from a Sikh gentleman to a Muslim, married a lady here. It must have been common law because till you are divorced, you cannot marry in Canada. There are rules around that. Now, his wife and kid were crying in media and asking for the Canadian government and Canadian people to help them find this gentleman. Now, obviously, infidelity has happened. He was probably unhappy in his relationship for whatever reasons, we don't know. And it could be for the residency, we don't know. But even if it was, the fact of the story is that he did betray his wife. Now she's crying and the baby's crying. The girl is now almost 7, 8 years old. They want the father back or the husband back. But I want to ask one thing. Now, this person has already shown that he is dishonest. He has moved on. Now, he has made another family. For whatever reasons, he has a wife now in Canada. He's probably applied for residency. He might get residency because of this lady. And they might have kids too over here. So, if he goes back, he's going to ruin this lady's life here. It's not none of her fault. And now, if he is happy with this lady here, the ideal situation would be for the woman in India to move on. I know she's depressed, but if you get this man back also, there will not be much that he's going to give to your relationship. He's not going to be a faithful, loving husband that you deserve. Find someone who you deserve. Find someone who you can love. Find someone who is yours, who's going to take care of you and your child like a dad. If not, you yourself are capable. You are a woman. You are strong. Don't be dependent on the man who already cheated you, right? So, infidelity is a painful act. But now this man has already moved on. It will be very difficult for you to live with him and for him to live with you. And the child, She's going to not understand whether to accept him back in her life as a dad or not. And I heard the video where the mom was saying, you need to take revenge from your father. Now, what revenge is a kid going to take from her father? Yes, the father has a duty. He should at least pay the childcare expenses. But he's found his new partner. He has moved on. And although you might find me saying something that might not be really ideally expected by people, but here's the revolutionary thing, and here's the challenge. This person, even if you force him to come back, his heart is not going to be with the family. So you can't force him to love someone. Love cannot be forced. You cannot buy it, you cannot attain it with force. So find love. If your partnership with one partner, for whatever reasons, not worked on and you've moved on, you've decided, it's clear. Just the only thing I would like to say to this man, you should have been a man enough. Have the guts, be a human, be a man before you are a Sikh or a Muslim. Be clear. You should have been honest with your wife that you've moved on. So she could have moved on too. And your child. Now, there's no fault of your child. I agree. But this child is also going to grow up. She needs to know the clarity of relationships. She will also have similar challenges because of both of you. Now, if she should not grow up having a revengeful feeling, it's not right. She needs to know that my dad moved on because of XYZ reason. You should have been clear. And the woman back home, stop crying. It's not worth it. It's like crying over spilt milk. Now the man's gone. Be strong in yourself. You are complete in yourself. You do not need that man to complete you. Be strong. He's left you. It's his loss. Find out your strength. Give your daughter a role model that she should be tomorrow if her husband by any chance does that to her. Make yourself indispensable. Make your man love you for who you are. Don't beg love. Don't try and demand it. Don't ask the government and everything. He should be punished actually for doing what he's done to you guys. But my thing is, you be strong, move on. And the man that we are talking to, sir, you should have had guts to talk to your wife and be honest. And even your new wife, I'm sure she didn't know what you were doing with your ex-wife. She's probably your still current wife, and you have cheated on her. It's not right. Being in the infidelity role is not right. Now, you might have done it for PR, like you were telling your wife that you're going to get PR, go back. Shame on you. Shame on you for even thinking like that and telling your ex-wife that you're going to get PR with this girl in Canada. You became a Muslim, that's okay. You married a Muslim girl, that's okay. But you have no right to now cheat this Muslim girl and go back to your wife and say, oh, I'm sorry, just accept me back. Even if she does, shame on you. Be clear with your relationships. It's a divine relationship. You are answerable to God, whether you say it's Waheguru or Allah. You are all divine beings. We are all going to die one day, and we are all going to be answerable. So do your acts, be loyal to your partners, whoever they are. And if you're moving on, be honest with the previous partner. And now that you have become a Muslim, you might say, oh, I am allowed 4. No, not really. There are conditions around it. So if you read the Islam rules and regulations, it's not just that you're allowed 4 wives. No, you have to follow the rules. You have to follow the religion properly. Don't abuse the system. And be loyal to yourself first. Be a human being first before you are a Sikh or a Muslim or a Hindu or a Buddhist, whatever you are. Remember, you're going to be answerable. Finally, you're going to one day face it. You're going to die one day. We are not going to live here forever. And you'll take nothing with you. PR or no PR. Be a human. And guys, I know this one's been a long video, and I'm sure you have been waiting for something like this to know where you stand when you're faced with this kind of a immoral act, be strong, guys. In yourself, whether it is a male who's being cheated or a female who's being cheated, be strong when that happens. The person who is cheating you is a coward. The person who's being cheated, be strong. The person who's cheating you is doing a deceitful act on purpose. We'll pay for it. This is not going to go unpaid. Don't worry about that. And one day or the other, you will see that this person will repent, and that is the time that you will decide whether you want that person back in your life or not. But right now, whoever is going through this kind of a phase, be strong, only surrender to the divine, have that confidence in you. Somebody cheating you, it's that person's loss, not yours, because you've given your best to the relationship. If you have been honest, if you have been 100% giving to the relationship, the person who has cheated you will repent. That's all I can say. And be confident in yourself. And there are other people in this world. Not everybody is the same. There are 5 fingers. Not all 5 fingers are going to be the same, right? So the next person that you find in your life might be nice, might be your ideal partner. So give yourself a chance to find your ideal partner. Okay, so that's it from me. I hope you like my video. So do subscribe to the channel and share it if you think there's someone who might benefit. I'm always going to be there. I do some research, and that's when I come to you with some videos here. So if you have any questions that you would like me to research, address, and bring them to you, I'm more than happy to do that for you. So that's it from me. Have an awesome day ahead.